Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of April 19, 2025. I'm your host, Shariefa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. The North Group inflicted losses on 3 Ukrainian territorial defense brigades near Popovka, Miropolye, Sumy, and Kharkov. Ukrainian casualties were estimated at 45 Kia, with the destruction of 2 armored vehicles and an artillery piece. Separately, Russian forces liberated the village of Oleshnya, Kursk region, and defeated mixed Ukrainian formations near Gornal. Continued strikes in the Sumy region inflicted an additional 165 casualties and destroyed multiple armored and artillery systems.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Let's begin with the most recent developments. Can you walk us through the major offensive actions taken by Russian forces over the last 24 hours?
Yesterday evening, we executed a high-impact coordinated strike using land and sea-based precision weapons, augmented by unmanned aerial vehicles. The primary targets were Ukraine's Sapsan operational tactical missile system testing site and the associated NASAMS anti-aircraft systems provided by Norway that were protecting it. The strike achieved all objectives. We confirmed complete destruction of the target infrastructure and missile coverage, significantly degrading the adversary's deep strike potential. This wasn't a standalone event, it was a component of our ongoing operational doctrine of depth disruption. By removing key missile assets, we create airspace opportunities and logistical disarray in the Ukrainian rear echelon. This kind of strike sets conditions for our maneuver units along multiple axes.
Speaking of maneuver units, can you brief us on the tactical situation in the north, particularly in the Belgorod and Sumy directions?
The North Group of forces continues shaping operations in the Belgorod and Sumy directions. We engaged and defeated formations of 3 Ukrainian territorial defense brigades near the settlements of Popovka and Miropolye in Sumy, and in Kharkov. Enemy casualties were considerable, and their artillery support was disrupted. In addition to these actions, we liberated the village of Oleshnya in the Kursk region. This gain is more than symbolic. It tightens our buffer zone and enhances artillery overwatch capability along the border axis. We also struck enemy groupings near Gornal and across several settlements in Sumy, inflicting over 165 casualties in the past 24 hours. This theater is essential in fixing Ukrainian forces to prevent strategic repositioning. By constantly applying pressure here, we also tie down their reserves.
Let's move to the West Group of forces. How is that front developing?
The West Group has made measurable gains, not just in territory but in tactical posture. Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions near Kupiansk and Sadovod in Kharkov, and further south into Redkudub and Novoyegorovka. These gains weren't without combat. Our units fought through mechanized and ranger brigades of the Ukrainian army. In the process, we eliminated a significant number of enemy personnel, over 250, and destroyed several pieces of NATO-supplied hardware, including a US-made M113 APC and a sophisticated Quartus electronic warfare station. We also neutralized enemy logistics nodes, including ammunition depots. This front plays a crucial role in threatening Ukrainian operational depth in the Donbass. It's about creating pressure across the line of contact so they can't concentrate force in any single sector.
Colonel, let's talk about the southern sector, where reports say a village was liberated. What's the broader implication of that gain?
Yes, the southern group of forces successfully liberated the village of Shevchenko in the Donetsk People's Republic. This success opens up the axis toward Konstantinovka and further west. In coordination with deep fires and ISR assets, we targeted multiple Ukrainian formations, heavy mechanized, motorized infantry, and assault brigades. The Ukrainian forces lost over 360 troops and significant heavy equipment, including tanks, HMMWVs, and an M113. Critically, we destroyed a HIMARS launcher and 4 NATO-supplied artillery pieces. This directly impacts their counter-battery capabilities. This liberation is not just about clearing space, it's about denying the enemy high ground observation points, reducing their artillery engagement envelope, and positioning ourselves for exploitation operations.
What about the Central and Eastern groups? How are they contributing to the momentum?
The Central Group has been key to stabilizing and advancing our forward line. Our units improved positions around settlements like Dmitrov and Krasnoarmysk and engaged multiple Ukrainian brigades, including National Guard and Marine elements. We estimate over 350 enemy casualties in this zone. We also eliminated a Marder IFV from Germany, a French VAB APC, and another American M113, along with an N/TPQ-48 counterbattery radar. This is especially noteworthy because it degrades the enemy's ability to track our firing positions.
And the East Group of forces?
The East Group, meanwhile, has been pushing into the enemy's defense in depth around Zaporizhia. This isn't a blitzkrieg, it's steady, grinding progress, breaking layered defenses while applying fires and drone reconnaissance. Over 130 Ukrainian troops were neutralized, and we continue to exploit soft points.
Now, turning to the Kherson direction, what's the situation with the DNEPR group?
The Dnipro Group has been steadily neutralizing enemy concentrations along the Dnipro River corridor. In the past 24 hours, we dealt significant blows to 2 coastal defense brigades and 2 territorial defense units near Olgovka, Antonovka, and Nikolskoye. Losses included personnel, vehicles, Turkish-made Kirpi armored carriers, and 2 EW stations. This region is strategically sensitive because of river crossings and artillery duels. We aim to maintain fire superiority and inhibit Ukrainian capacity for pontoon bridging or quick reaction forces.
Colonel, earlier you walked us through developments on several key fronts, but we noticed the briefing also highlighted action in the Kursk region. Can you clarify what's happening there?
The Kursk direction represents one of the lesser publicized but strategically crucial sectors of the ongoing operation. It lies along the northern border, and recent Ukrainian incursions into the area signal a renewed attempt to stretch our defensive coverage and potentially open a new axis of instability within Russian territory itself. In response, units from the North Military Group conducted counteroffensive operations, resulting in the liberation of Oleshnya, a village in the Kursk region. Additionally, our forces engaged and defeated a composite Ukrainian force, including tank, mechanized, airborne assault brigades, and territorial defense elements near Gornal.
Can you share any numbers that help quantify the cost to Ukraine in this sector?
In the past 24 hours alone, Ukrainian forces lost over 165 servicemen in the Kursk-related fighting. We also neutralized a tank, several armored vehicles, artillery pieces, mortars, and multiple electronic warfare assets. This is a grinding, attritional campaign in which we deny the enemy any foothold, and that effort is paying off tactically and psychologically.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. I want to emphasize that our forces remain committed to achieving our objectives while minimizing unnecessary harm.